What it do, baby? It's MOONKID Max back with another episode of MOONKID Max's reviews and reactions. Welcome. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Netflix original Alice in Borderland, and I'm excited. I became a fan of the survival genre when I saw Battle Royale. I was probably 18, 19. This is when I was started to really get into all the culture that I missed that was existing, but I was a little kid, so I missed it. Came out in 2000. I was 8 years old in 2000, so I shouldn't have been watching Battle Royale. So I saw that joint when I was older, and I really enjoyed it. It's a classic in my opinion. So also to segue into Squid Game, when Squid Game was popping, I was a huge fan. Am a huge fan. Netflix, where's season 2? What's good? Anyways, Squid Game was really dope, and I was on board for all the trending topics and conversations and all that. But when it comes to Alice in Borderland, I completely missed it. I hadn't heard of it or nothing until maybe a couple months ago. And that's when I got hip and I binged that junk. And then maybe a month ago, I started binging that shit again from season 1 to season 2. So after watching season 1 and season 2, I wanted to do this review. I wanted to give my theories on season 3. So let's get it. First things first, I want to say this is a good looking show, man. I don't know what kind of budget they had, but I could just tell that they used their budget wisely, because it's not even it seems like they spent millions and millions of dollars, like a big budget movie on a show like Disney Plus. It don't come off like that, but it just comes off like the people who are putting this junk together know how to make the most of their money and make a really good looking show, even though it's not high budget. Another good thing about this show is the blood, the gore, the kills. Very creative. Dude, y'all, people who do Saw, the creators of Saw, there's literally a group of people who sit in a room and they just talk to each other about all the creative ways to kill people. That joke crazy. But anyways, this show had some really creative kills. I might do it depending on how well this video does. I might do a ranking video for the best game/deaths for Alice in Borderland. If this video catches fire, then you let me know if y'all want to see that. Yeah, the kills were on point. Good with that. So another good thing I want to get into is the character development. I really like how everyone had different personalities, because, not to be ignorant, I hope this isn't an ignorant thing to say, but I'm gonna just say it. When I watch a lot of foreign shows, or I watch a lot of international films and TV shows and stuff, it's hard for me to catch people's names and remember people's names, just because it's not common for English. So for me, it was a big deal that after definitely season 2, but after getting through season 1, I knew Arisu, I knew Usagi, I knew Aguni, I knew Chis. Oh, that's the one I always mess up. Chishisu. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The anime looking dude with the white hair. Chishisu. That dude, man. I was getting the characters, though. I was getting them, man. With this show, you get introduced to Arisu and Usagi, and they're the main characters. And I like how their story, some people said that their story didn't develop fast enough, but I thought that it was innocent and childish, because they were supposed to be in their mid-20s. They weren't teenagers or nothing, but their romance was unfolding like a preteen romance, for real. And a lot of people have problems with that, but I'm not completely sure. But I think culturally that might be just a Japanese thing too, where they don't move so fast into relationships and stuff like that. But I thought that the slow burn of Arisu and Usagi coming together and getting closer and bonding and all that was done well. I like the slow burn. His boys and Arisu's boys and how they set that up. I'm gonna get into spoilers, but I'm not even gonna talk about too much. But Arisu had his boys, and they were his biggest inspiration as to why he would continue on, basically. And characters that they meet at the beach, characters that they meet, that advance in the games, and they meet people who are citizens of Borderland. The characters that they meet there were interesting as well, and like them not knowing what's going on, and like us as an audience not knowing what's going on with these citizens of Borderland. And then later on we find out, I'll get into that, but like, yeah, that was like great story development, man. Acting was really strong. I thought the acting got a little dramatic at times, like it was like a live action anime. And it was just like, wow, this is really dramatic, especially with the acting. But then I also realized that I think like culturally, that's just how Japanese people are. So if that was an American movie, then you might be like, yo, why is this person being so over the top? But like when it's with this kind of like vibe and everything, it matches the over top dramatic stuff. So I thought that the acting was dope in there. I thought it was like a good cast, good acting, all that. Now warning, I'm getting into heavy spoilers. I'm gonna just unload the clip. I'm gonna say everything I want to say. So if you have not seen Alice in Borderland yet, I suggest you go check that joint out. It's very good. Come back to this video and finish this joint once you see it. But we're gonna get into these spoilers. Get to the last game with the queen, right? And she started like unveiling all of the possible like things that is going on, like they're 1,000 years in the future and they're really in a simulation, and all the other like options that she gave Arisu. I was like, man, I'm so glad they didn't do none of those, because all of the ones that she said was the ones that a lot of fans' theories probably already had, you know. Or I don't know if you didn't read the manga. I didn't read the manga, so I didn't know what was going on. So that was cool how they set that up, and they did the fake out on us when we like realized that Borderland is actually purgatory. And when when everything got laid out, I was like, so my understanding, I'm gonna just talk it out so that we could talk it out together, that Borderland is basically purgatory. So if you die in Borderland, you die for real and you go to hell or heaven, or if there's an afterlife or whatever. You die in Borderland, you're done. You're canceled. You're finished. But if you win the game and you don't become a citizen, you choose to go back to the real world, then you go back to your body, which was in crises basically, and all of their bodies were in crises. So now they come back to life, and now they're in the hospital. I was like, yo, they just left purgatory. Borderland was purgatory. Damn. Thinking about all that and how they tie Alice in Borderland into Alice in Wonderland and all of the like similarities to that and everything, where I was like, dang, once they all came back from Borderland, they're back in the real world. They don't remember nothing. It's kind of like when you have a dream and then you wake up and maybe you brush your teeth and wash your face, put your clothes on, and then you think like, I forgot what the heck I know I was dreaming about something, but what was I dreaming about? You be like, you can't remember. I don't know, that happens to me. That's kind of what it was like for them when they left Borderland. They came to the real world. It was like Arisu saw Usagi and he was like, have we met? Or like they felt something. So like that's what I related it to. I thought that was dope. That's the way they wrapped everything back and like finally explained it, because I didn't know if he was gonna get an explanation or not. And that brings me to my next thing, where it's like, where does it go from here? Where? I got an idea. Hey. So my season 3 theories. Let's get into this. I got 3 theories. I got more, but I'm only talking about 3. But my first theory for season 3 is that Arisu, Usagi, all of them, their story's done. Group of people that we come to know. And season 3 will be about a whole different group of people who are surviving in Borderland. Maybe they survived the meteorite. Maybe it's a whole nother place that don't even got nothing to do with nothing with the area that we were just in. And maybe other people around the world are getting into Borderland or something like that. That's one of my theories. And we follow a whole new set of people. And that's what season 3 would be about. Second theory for season 3 would be that they're still in Borderland. Everything that they see now is an illusion, and they're somehow still in Borderland. We saw the Joker card at the end of the sequence of the last episode, and Maybe it's an illusion. Maybe they're not out of Borderland. Maybe they're still in some kind of version of purgatory. That's a possibility, but honestly, I don't think so. Because a lot of people were wounded. They were damn near deaf in Borderland, and then when they came back to the real world, they weren't so wounded or hurt, and their bodies were like basically better. So I think they actually did come back to the real world, but that's just a second theory that somehow, some way, it's all an illusion. They're still in Borderland, and they had more explaining to do, basically. Third theory for season 3 is that Arisu, maybe Usagi, somebody, somehow, they're gonna have a head injury, or they'll get into another incident where that causes them to go back to Borderland, basically. Some like near-death experience that causes them to go to Borderland, and then they have to fight for their lives again. Now, I don't think that's a good idea, because like for me that would be kind of silly, like to you end up in a near-death experience this close to another one. Like, this is supposed to be so rare, so why are these things happening so frequently? But at the same time, you gotta have the suspension of belief to like let a show go and just have interesting character arcs and story development and just create some new shit. So you can have, maybe they could end up in another situation basically where they have a near-death experience and they end up back in Borderland. So that's my third season 3 theory. I'm really looking forward to like when they're gonna at least let us know, have a release date. Like, we ain't got no trailer, release date, plot synopsis, nothing. But they did like announce that Netflix will be producing a 3rd season, so it's coming. Hopefully we don't gotta wait longer than long, but we'll see what happens. Thank you for tuning in. That was an episode of MOONKID Max's reviews and reactions. Keeping them pumping, baby. Please like, subscribe, turn your notifications on. You know I'm growing. I'm about to pump these junks out. I'm going to keep them coming. If you have any suggestions, please drop it in the comments. I will do my best to keep the like vibe on some horror stuff, some survival game stuff, some music review. I'm doing a lot right now, but like it's all in the review niche. So if you just like reviews, you like music, you like movies, hip hop, reggaeton, horror, comedy, all across the board, I'm getting into this thing, man. I'm having fun with this. We gonna get into it. Y'all gonna get into it with me. Have a good one. Peace, my brothers and sisters.
It's a lot of crime where I'm from, try me and get touched. Be in LA, the hood but VA in my blood. It's the Moon Wolf, nigga, come with booze and butt. Protecting the city, Los Angeles is my Gotham.